can hear all those birds. There's so many birds here. So today is my first, it's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, and it is my first full day without my smartphone. Every morning when I wake up. Anyway, every morning when I wake up. Typically, in the morning when I wake up, first thing I'll do is grab my phone. When I get out of bed to leave the room, I will grab my phone and take it with me. And that's just where she stays with me for the rest of the day. Immediately open Facebook or Instagram, or yes, even lately I've been on TikTok. I hate TikTok. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm actually like scrolling through TikTok. It's a terrible place, by the way. But that was my pattern. So this morning when I woke up and I was getting out of bed, I grabbed my little flip phone to bring it with me, and I stopped and I remembered, wait, I don't need this. There's nothing I need to bring this with me for. There's nothing to do on it. There are no apps on it. There is no social media. There's nothing. And no one's calling me right now, so I can put it down. So I put it down, which was really nice. However, I then noticed when I came downstairs, I just kept thinking about my phone. And the crazy thing is, my hand feels empty. I noticed that my mind was just focused on my smartphone. My phone, where is it? Why isn't it here? This is what we do. This is what's supposed to be happening right now. And my hand actually feels like a phantom phone in it. How wild is that? You know, when people like lose a limb, people have their leg or arms amputated, they claim that they can still feel it there. I can still feel my phone in my hand. I can feel the size of it. I can feel the weight of it. That's weird. But anyway, today is my first full day without it. I'm starting my morning routine. I just did a little bit of stretching, and I need to do my physical therapy exercises. And then I want to play around a little bit with my new Oracle card. Oh my goodness. I actually went to bed at a reasonable time last night. I went to bed at like 10:15. I didn't get my chance to do any full moon stuff last night because it was raining and I could not see the moon, and I was falling asleep. I was falling asleep trying to read to my daughter last night, and she ended up reading to me, and I just passed out. Whatever magic I had wanted to do is not gonna happen. I'm gonna do my exercises and play with my cards and probably meditate if I have time, and then go do a little tidy up and prep for the day. See you in a little while. So this is a really interesting feeling. I want my phone. Like, I want it really bad. It's part of my morning routine. Part of my morning routine is coming in here, making the kids some toast, and making myself coffee. And I usually have my phone propped up somewhere in here, I don't know, on YouTube or flipping through Instagram or whatever, but that's usually how I start my day. And right now I'm definitely feeling the cravings. I guess you could call them cravings. Like, I want it. The terrible thing is, especially lately, I've mostly just been like, the first thing that I consume in the morning lately has just been news and regime information. And that's not really how I want to start my day. I don't want any of their names in my head first thing in the morning. But even just like the nice stuff, even just the nice content that I would consume, I don't want to be influenced this early in the morning. But I do miss having like one of my nicer YouTubers on right now. It's not all bad. Some of it's really nice, some of it's really good. But I do tend to take this morning time, this morning making toast and coffee time. The kids usually get to watch a show in the morning, and I kind of like to watch a show in the morning, so eventually, maybe after a couple more days of nothing, I might start incorporating a little bit into my mornings. Maybe I could use Rowan's iPad and just be very intentional about what I'm choosing to put on while I have my little morning kitchen time. But for now, yeah, dude, these I want my phone.
Take the top off, Bubby.
About all the yard work I can handle for the day. Still missing my phone. I would normally have it outside with me and would be holding it and constantly checking it and scrolling, even though I'm outside playing with the kids. Yeah, I'd be doing that. It's that bad. But without it, I am finding myself being more naturally productive and also more present. So that's good. So I just got stuck scrolling on the computer. I have no idea how much time has gone by. I came on here to see if a marketplace seller had gotten back to me about something that I wanted to buy, and then suddenly, I don't know, maybe it's been 20 minutes. I know my brain feels like mush because it's full of input. So now I know I have to be very careful about what I do on here. Man, this is hard. Okay, I need to do something else. Okay. Good morning. So I didn't film anything else yesterday. It just got busy and I got tired and I passed out putting the kids to bed. So I wanted to do a little day recap, but I didn't get a chance to. Yesterday was pretty good. I wasn't having all the little emotional bubble ups that I had on Monday. It did feel easier to just be without my phone. I found myself being a little more productive and definitely more present. There was a really interesting moment when I was in the kitchen making food and Rowan came in, and I didn't immediately, this sounds so bad, I didn't immediately feel annoyed. It's not that I'm annoyed at my daughter. I love my daughter, but when I was in the kitchen on my phone and my children would come in for whatever reason, I would get so irritated. And I feel like a lot of that was happening because I was embarrassed or ashamed because she would be coming in. I'm supposed to be cooking. I'm supposed to be making a meal. She comes in and I'm leaned over the counter on my phone and I feel a sense of embarrassment or shame, and so my nervous system automatically goes on defense because I got caught. Also, there's the whole addiction aspect to it. She was pulling me away from my addiction. But yesterday she came in while I was cooking and I noticed that I didn't feel that way. So that's good. Also, I wrote it all down. I'm feeling like I have more time. However, I am struggling to figure out what to do when I have that time. And I know that'll change. It's only been 2 days. I'm playing more. I'm feeling a lot more playful with my kids, which is great. And I'm able to do it without also having the phone sitting next to me on the floor. A big thing that I noticed yesterday that's going to require working on is that it's not just the phone. I would go on my computer to do something specific and I would end up on all the social media apps, all of them. And I got sucked in. But overall, what I'm noticing, it's not just the phone, it's this constant need to be entertained. As if real life isn't enough for my brain. It's not providing enough stimulation. So I always need to have something on. And there were a few moments yesterday when I noticed myself following that pattern. I'd catch myself and I'd turn things off. But it is a really interesting thing that I noticed. I'm also noticing already a change in my desire for quiet. You know, ironically, there's this realization of this need to be entertained and the need to have things on all the time. And at the same time, this desire for quiet. I went to the bank yesterday and I was a little early, so I sat in the parking lot for a few minutes till they opened, and I had the radio on. And I was looking at one of my tarot books, and I was overcome with this feeling of, oh my God, no. And I had to turn the radio off because I wanted it quiet. And it was just a good reminder that our brains need quiet time. Our brains need time without stimulation so that we can process things and hear our thoughts and our intuition. But it was nice to see that, and it was nice to feel that after such a short amount of time. But today I do actually have some things to do, some places to go, people to see. And Adrian's off today, so that'll help. But he will be home today, so that will allow me some space to do other things. But I'm going out in the world today, so that will be a fun experiment to see. Here we go, Wednesday, day 3. So I'm actually going to get something from Marketplace, and check it out. I had to write down directions. That is old school. I love it though. I actually had to make sure that I planned ahead, that I communicated fully with the seller before leaving the house, got all the information, because there's no way I can contact them once I leave. So let's hope we make it, let's hope we find the place, and I'll show you what I got. The interesting thing about driving without my phone is running errands and stuff actually used to take a lot longer because I would spend a significant amount of time just sitting in my car before leaving or before getting out or before I start on my trip to choose what I'm gonna listen to while I'm driving. And without that, you know, I just get to be surprised by the radio. Remember radio? Remember radio, everyone? I did it. I made it. I got really worried there for a couple times when I thought I might be lost, but my internal navigation skills and my ability to find my way around kicked in and I found it. And I will show you a couple of things that I got. I won't show you the big thing yet because it's in the back of the car, but I got these cute little salt and pepper shakers. How precious are these little babies? Meh. And this. Yay! I'll show you the big thing when I get back home, but I made it with a piece of paper and my brain. So, we're doing good. So I stopped at Dunkin' because I've got this gift card from Mother's Day last year, and after I ordered and I pulled forward in the line, and there's a bit of a line, and I immediately turned to go grab my phone, and I remembered that it's not here. Well, my smartphone isn't here, my regular phone's here. I immediately turned to grab my phone so I could look at it and scroll and check stuff, but it's not there. It's so interesting catching myself in these unconscious moments, these just reactions where I would normally grab for my phone. Anywho, just thought I'd share that. Hey, so it is nighttime now. I went about my day and I didn't really film anything because there were just kids around all the time, and I don't like to film when the kids are around. But today in general was a bit easier. I didn't find myself thinking about my phone quite as much. I did experience just feeling very strongly like I needed to know what was going on. The habit of constantly checking the news and constantly checking that sort of thing was pretty loud today. There were only a couple times I went on the computer and got sort of wrapped up in scrolling and looking at stuff. And I did notice that after I did, I just felt kind of gross, kind of icky. Not like guilty or shame or anything, just this general uncomfortable feeling. But overall, the cravings are starting to go down a little bit. Something I did notice, and I was talking to someone about it, I am so tired. Like, I was tired after Mother's Day, and I figured that was normal. It was a busy day, and I was up really late on Sunday night, so it made sense to me that I was tired on Monday. But I am still, it's Wednesday now, I'm still so tired. And I was talking to someone about it, and they figured it might be due to just the dopamine drop, which makes perfect sense. I'm not getting near as much stimulation as I was before. And I am finding moments throughout the day where I just feel sad for no reason. And as mosquitoes, as someone who has lived life with depression, that's not anything new. But I've also dealt with it long enough to know that I'm not in a depressive episode. I'm just dealing with symptoms from my dopamine levels being so low. But tonight I actually went to a fun crafty event at a local bookstore. We did book bedazzling. So everybody brought a book that they wanted to make fancy, and we all got like fancy little gem kits, and we got to decorate the books. I couldn't really find a book with an interesting cover, so I chose Everything I Need to Know I Learned by Watching The Twilight Zone, and it's just a blank cover, and I ended up bedazzling a spiral on it. I was freehanding. Everybody was bedazzled letters and parts of the book cover. I got way too ambitious. I'll show it to you tomorrow. But it was so fun just to get out and do some kind of craft that didn't really require much thought. Of course, I had to go and make it hard. But it was fun, and one of my friends came along with me, and we got to catch up and chat and be silly and hang out with other adults, and it was just really nice. So it kind of gave me that boost of dopamine that I had been missing since not having my phone around. And y'all, guess what? The fireflies are back. We got back home from the event, from the crafting event, and got out of the car and noticed that. So I'm just sitting out on my porch, watch your fireflies. But I'm gonna have to go in now because I am also getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. But today was a good day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Night.